business owners, we have a lot on our minds and on our plates, and deciding what work to focus on and what to delegate can actually feel overwhelmingly difficult, especially when everything that is on that to-do list of yours feels equally important. We're also often reluctant to hand things over to a team member or someone even outside of our organization because what if they mess it up, right? So today I'm going to share how I help my clients to decide what work to keep doing and what to delegate, whether that's outsourcing it or hiring someone in part-time or full-time into their business. Now, here's what we usually start with. We start tracking their time for 3 to 5 days, and we do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, tracking your time will give you the awareness about where your time is actually going and how long you're spending on the things that are getting your time. Secondly, it gives you a couple of quick wins by showing you what activities you can stop doing, that is, activities you can trash, and what activities you can do less of, that is, activities you can trim, which means that you actually immediately free up time, that is, actual hours in your week. And number three, tracking your time shows you which activities you can delegate off of your plate and which ones you need to keep. Number four, it also shows you how much time someone else might need to take over those activities, which helps you to decide whether something is, something you can outsource for a couple of hours a week, whether you need to hire a part-time employee or a full-time employee. And this is very helpful because I see so many business owners who hire full-time employees because they think that's the only option that's available to them. And then they don't actually have enough work for them to justify the full-time expense. So once we've tracked time and we've trashed and we've trimmed, we can now take everything that is left and we can categorize it into 3 buckets. Because ultimately, once you've trashed and trimmed some of the activities off of your plate, what is left, you need to now decide which of these activities am I going to delegate, right? And depending on where your business is, this is going to look different. But here is a very simple way in which you can do it. And that is categorizing it into the following 3 buckets. The first bucket is work you don't enjoy doing and you're not good at. The second bucket is work you don't enjoy, but you are good at it. And number 3, or the third bucket, is work that you enjoy doing and you're good at doing it. So let's look at that first bucket, work that you don't enjoy doing and that you're not good at either. Now, this is the work that we want to delegate first. One, because it's draining your energy and it's actually pulling you away from the activities that would be more beneficial if you gave it your full attention. It's what I call the soul-killing work, right? 2, if you don't do it well, it's actually not good for your business, right? Your business cannot be the best that it can be if you're doing mediocre work. And number 3, it's also killing your efficiency because the fact that you hate doing it and that you aren't good at doing it means that it's also taking you a ton of time to do it. Now, the good news is that there is someone out there who is really, really good at doing this work that you hate doing. So they can do it faster, they can do it 100 times better, and they actually enjoy doing it, which means that they have more fun doing it. It's your job as the business owner to find this person and to delegate those tasks to them. I actually have a client who was really struggling with her social media management. She found it tedious and very time consuming, often questioning whether she should even be on social media. And it's because it really took her away from the core of the business. And after we found a social media manager who thrived on creating content and engaging with followers, not only did my client free up hours in her week, her social media presence actually improved significantly because it was now handled by someone who's not only passionate at doing this work, but also skilled in doing the work, right? More importantly, it freed up space in her mind so that she could focus on her zone of genius and do what her clients pay her to do. The second bucket is the bucket of work that you are good at doing, but you don't actually enjoy doing it. Now, this category is a little bit harder to let go of because our ego often gets in the way here. We think things like we're the best at it and no one can do it as well as we can do it. And we also think that because we can do it, we should. And that spending money on outsourcing or hiring in would either be more expensive or an unnecessary expense or just a complete waste of money. And this is why it is important to actually know what an hour of your time is worth to your business. Every time I sit down with a client to look at the numbers, we almost always decide to outsource because once they understand what their time is worth, they understand that they, as the business owner, are too expensive to do this work. Now, we often misjudge the cost of us doing the work because we're clouded by the fact that we can do it well. Now, imagine for a moment the impact it would have on your business and on you if you are only spending, or not only, but the majority of your time on the things that you're actually amazing at and that you love doing. I have a client who is really, really good at customer service, and he just has this way of diffusing a situation and finding a way forward that works for everyone. But he doesn't enjoy doing it. He also felt that his personal touch was irreplaceable, and so he had a really hard time delegating it off to someone else. However, this was really time-consuming work for him, and it was preventing him from focusing on the strategic planning and business development side of the business, which he thrived in. So by training and delegating customer service to a team member, we were able to help him to focus on growing his business, which actually resulted in 2 new major projects. Let's look at the third bucket. That is the work that you're good at and that you enjoy doing. Now, this is where we want to be, right? This is the sweet spot. This is where we want to spend the majority of our time. These are the tasks and activities that light you up, that give you purpose and energy. I have another client who runs a consultancy business, and she loves working closely with her clients and creating new programs for them. And when she offloaded administrative tasks and client follow-ups to her assistant, she was able to spend more time on client work and program development, which is what she does best. So once you've categorized your activities into these 3 buckets, you want to delegate the tasks that you don't enjoy and aren't good at first. But don't stop there. You want to then move on to tasks that you're good at, but don't enjoy. It's amazing to get to a place where you're spending the majority of your time on the things that you actually enjoy and are good at. But if you want to design a business that can truly run without you, you need to take it one step further. And that is to find someone who can do the things that you are really good at and also enjoy doing inside of the business. Once you've replaced that role, it means that your business works even when you don't. And this is what we work towards inside of my program, The Effortless CEO. For all of my clients, delegating is hard, and it is because it requires us to let go of control, to trust. It also requires us to do work on the business, which means that it's taking us out of the work we are often most comfortable in, and it asks us to step into a new role, the role of the CEO and the visionary leader. And it doesn't matter whether you have a team, a small team, no team, a team of 50, right? Every business benefits from this work because it creates a business that is independent from its owner. And even if you do decide to always work in your business, it will be your choice to do so. And you will always have the option to choose otherwise, which feels a lot better than not having the freedom to choose. If you would like to learn more about the Effortless CEO program, head over to ilonkaras.com/effortless. All of the information is there for you. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. I will chat you again next week.